Okay, guys, I gotta address the coin market crap. Sorry. Coin market cap fad, right? Because I think this is possibly one of the most dishonest journalism that I've ever seen. Now, coin market cap released. Now, I do use coin market cap, right? Every now and then, I do use them, but I some of the things that I've seen here is just not. It's completely wrong. They're talking about PulseChain and what they think about PulseChain, right? So let's start here, right? The controversy around PulseChain. Not everyone is convinced by PulseChain's promise and benefits. Some critics have accused PulseChain and its founder of being involved in a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme, a pump and dump scheme. Below are some main arguments against PulseChain. Dubious launch. PulseChain is involved in a sacrifice. So the first part, they didn't really say anything. They're just introducing the bunch of other stuff, which I think is a bunch of nothing that they're going to say moving forward. But let's get into it. PulseChain launch involved a sacrifice phase. In exchange for PLS tokens, users could donate cryptocurrency or fiat to charities that PulseChain supports. The sacrifice raised 700 million for medical research. Well, this is not true. 27 million, I think, and then the other 700 million that he's referring to went to an address with no expectation of profit from, right? However, some critics argue the sacrifice phase was a clever way to avoid legal issues and regulations by not offering any guarantees or expectations for the donors. They also claim the sacrifice phase was a way to enrich Richard Hart and his associate, who could manipulate the supply and demand of PulseChain. Yeah, how would you, I mean, you can throw out accusations like they could manipulate the PulseChain supply and demand, but how would they do that, right? And this stuff is mostly on chain. So if the if the sacrificed wallets start trading maliciously, surely it can be seen. And surely these people who write these articles are eyeing that wallet, right? They're like they're staring, and so anything that comes up, they will know. Right now, this is what I now the first part. I think that there's misinformation here, and there's definitely lack of understanding of how the system works. So there's that. Now let's go to the second part. PulseChain network is not fully functional or secure. So PulseChain is a fork of Ethereum. So if it's not secure, Ethereum is not secure, right? But he uses. Let's take a look at the justification, if there's any. It is still in beta testing and has faced several technical issues and bugs. For example, on May the 24th, 2023, price of wrapped Bitcoin on PulseChain spiked from 27,000 to 70,000, right? This is stupidity. This is stupidity. How can you call that a bug? That's not a bug. That's free market mechanics at work, right? You have a new blockchain that doesn't have too much liquidity. And essentially, what it means is you have a marketplace with very scarce goods. What do you think will happen to those goods? If one person has Bitcoin and they put that one Bitcoin on PulseChain and everyone has to trade around that one Bitcoin, what happens? The price spikes because everyone wants to buy it, everyone wants to sell it. The next person wants to buy it. There's more demand than supply because the blockchain is new. If you have a stand where you sell tomatoes and you're the only person who has that stand, you can price. You have pricing power, right? That's what it is. So, and you can say bid for it, and then you say, "Oh, that guy sold me a tomato for $10." Yeah, you bought it because you had no other option. Now, this is not unique to PulseChain. This has happened on every single exchange. Every single exchange. CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance. It has happened on Binance before. Prices spike up. Now, Binance has a lot more liquidity now. So those kind of things don't happen as much on Binance, right? But it happens a lot. That's why we have liquidity providers. We've got traders. We've got all those people to fix up that arbitrage. Because there's a possibility that a coin might not have the same price in one country and another country. That's not a bug. That's how it works. This stuff happens on Uniswap every single day. It happens not just on Uniswap, it happens on every single decentralized exchange every single day. And it's still happening right now. And then to say that, okay, buggy mainnet because of this, and then you say it's not secure with no evidence, without presenting any reason why you're saying it's not secure, that's not logical to me. That's absolutely not logical. Just 20 minutes only to fall back 10 minutes later. Yeah, of course it will fall back because more people, what if if Bitcoin is trading for 70,000 on PulseChain, right? What do you think will happen? Everyone is going to try and bring their Bitcoin to PulseChain and sell it on PulseChain. And then go and buy more Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum, bring it to PulseChain and sell it until the market reaches an equilibrium, until we reach the price. That's how the market works. So There's nothing wrong with that. Now, what you see is this: that they're trying to portray a certain image, and they're trying to just shove it down people's throats at whatever cost, right? And I would ask that Solana has been down for 18 hours at one point. Did this writer say buggy mainnet? And he says buggy mainnet because price went up because of volatility for a market that was just starting out, that was not yet mature at the time, that didn't have enough liquidity. Right, controversial founder. Richard Hart, most controversial figure in crypto. He has been accused of being involved in spam-related scheme, right? Sending emails. He sent people emails to market stuff. Okay, doubtful track record. PulseChain sister project Hex has minimal use case and value proposition. Hex is designed to be high-interest blockchain certificate of deposit where users can stake their tokens for fixed period of time, earn interest. However, some critics argue Hex is nothing more than a Ponzi scheme where interest payments are funded by new entrants. Not true. Hex rewards are paid from inflation, right? That's where it comes from. It doesn't come from anything else. That's why the contract can always pay you, because the contract is paying you in Hex. It doesn't pay you in anything else. And the only way Hex is generated is from the contract itself. They also claim that Hex has no real utility or innovation, and it is only benefits Richard Hart and his affiliates who hold large portion of the supply. So you're saying that whales bad, so Hex benefits whales, of course. What about Bitcoin? You've got Michael Saylor owns, is inching towards 1% of Bitcoin, I think, or maybe he's hit it already, right? So do you have the same energy for him? I don't think so. I think, they also claim that Hex has no real utility. Yeah, this is one of those things that a lot of us crypto folks don't understand clearly. And because we don't understand it clearly, we are short-sighted and we can't see certain things, right? What's the utility of an NFT? Nothing. What's the utility of Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, all these? What's the utility? The number one reason why people are in crypto is gains. That's it. People want the 10x, the 100x, the 1000x. That's the utility people want. And all the readers of this, that's the utility they really care about. And if a coin has done 10,000x, I would say the utility the utility looks like it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's what the utility is doing. But this one is an extremely, I mean, a lot of crypto OGs did not understand NFTs. But the fact is this, right? Now, NFTs, what they're able to do, what they're able to do is tell compelling stories, right? That they're able to tell compelling stories. So they will take a picture, right, and then upload it on the blockchain. It's not really, some of them are not really on the blockchain, right? Stick the serial number on it. It's an NFT now, and then tell you a good story about that NFT, and then people say that it has utility because I heard a beautiful story. That's all there is, right? The serial number on it, what's the utility there? Now, I do think that we at some point will find some valuable use cases of it, right? Some we can assign rights to it. We can, but for the most part, all of that stuff is a story right now. For the most part, it's a story. Now, I'm not completely saying that there's absolutely no utility in all crypto, absolutely zero utility in, but I am saying that most of the stuff is a compelling story that people tell you. They tell you a story that kind of, makes you feel good inside. And you're like, oh my God, I got the best utility token out there. And yeah. And you go and narrate that story to someone else and narrate that story to someone else. But the one thing that people care about is number go up. That is just facts. Number go up is what people care about. That's the innate thing that even the person writing it, that's why he's in crypto. But some people are not honest with themselves. Okay, there are some points of controversy around PulseChain and its founder, of course. There are also many supporters and fans of PulseChain who believe in its vision and potential. To them, PulseChain is a legitimate project that aims to improve Ethereum's performance and user experience while supporting good use cases. Guys, you need to look at something, right? Take a look at how many validators PulseChain has, and take a look at how many validators are on Binance Smart Chain, because CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance, right? Validators, even Matic, even your Solana, even Cardano. Take a look at the validators that are there, right? How many validators we have and how many validators they have, and then what's more decentralized? Launch problems. The PulseChain launch got off a bumpy start, according to Protos report. Hex was already plagued with several problems, such as inaccessible funds. Uh, this is just not true, because Hex works. It's no downtime, and SEC subpoenas that didn't discourage fervent Hexicans. But PulseChain launch may yet be another blow to Richard Hart's grandiose plan. According to Protos, the May 18 launch was a disappointment due to no major exchange listing, expensive transaction fees, and dozens of fake versions of Pulse. Okay, uh, fake versions of Pulse in crypto, they scams, right? It's not a new thing. It's not unique to Pulse, right? Uh, how many people have watched videos of CZ claiming, and then there's a big title, send me one Bitcoin, get more Bitcoin. Scams, 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 right? I mean, we've seen everything, right? With those, even sometimes they take government officials, put the government official and start streaming and saying, send me one Bitcoin, I'll send you two. So to say that, to act as though scams were invented because PulseChain was launched is stupid. unless someone can explain to me the logic behind it, saying that someone was scammed out of Pulse, therefore Pulse bad. Do you have the same energy for BNB? Do you have the same energy for Ethereum? Because there's scams there too. Do you have the same energy for Solana, Cardano, all those, right? And then you have expensive transaction fees. Now this one, I wasn't happy about transaction fees being expensive, but I think the demand for using PulseChain was just so high. The reason why even now, right, PulseChain transaction fees are a little bit expensive is because a lot of people want to use it. And another reason is obviously because we have more validators, it's more decentralized. So if you go on centralized, if you have a centralized chain, yeah, you can have a pretty much cheap, because it's not blockchain. If it's blockchain technology, at this point, it's extremely difficult to have those cheap transaction fees. I did not expect us to have the amount of demand we had, so I didn't expect massive expensive transaction fees. But look, it is what it is. At least right now they're under $1. At least you can swap for maybe under $2 at least, for the most part. No major exchange listings. Yeah, I anticipated we'd have quick exchange listings, and because I thought that would solve a lot of problems, but we didn't. Uh, Looks like some exchanges still want to play the gatekeeping game, but those that are embracing PulseChain, I think that they will be very happy and they will succeed, because the thing with crypto is this: you have to let the market decide, right? If you try and suppress projects and try and say that, well, price went up too high for Bitcoin, therefore PulseChain bad, and forget that every other ecosystem, the same thing happens not once, every single day. I guarantee you, this thing is happening on every blockchain every single day. Prices spike up, prices spike down. Uh, until you've got billions of dollars of liquidity, then that problem goes away. But here's the thing: right now, in terms of that, PulseChain is fourth. So that means that all the other blockchains, they actually have it worse. Right? Despite the support that they may have from these entities. The report outlines how PulseChain sacrificers were bleeding value on their locked tokens while not being able to bridge away from the chain. Meanwhile, over-the-counter dealers charged excessive prices for dumping. Now, this is partially true. People did charge a lot of money to buy Pulse, right? But at the same time, some people gave away Pulse for free, right? Some people give away a lot of Pulse tokens for free. A lot of people give away Pulse tokens for free. So this is not the full story. People couldn't access because there were no exchange listings, because some exchanges decided that they wanna be the ones who decide what succeeds and what fails in crypto, right? And now we do have several exchange listings. We've got some decentralized players as well. There are now ways for you to get Pulse. There's several ways for you to get Pulse. And if you don't know the ways to get Pulse, just go on Richard Hart's Twitter and scroll down and read all the stuff that he's been posting. I'm sure you'll find something there about how to get Pulse if you need to. The article speculates that the situation may not impact Richard Hart's wealth, as he is rumored to have made a fortune on raised ETH alone. In response to rumors of him selling the raised ETH, the article the article quotes, "No comment. I got a lot of really cool stuff. I'm selling something for it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Of course, Richard Heart is extremely wealthy. That is, but the criticisms here, I think there are most of them. They just are not logical. They're just not logical. It's um yeah, it's what is it like? It's like going to a restaurant that sells spicy food and then complaining that the food is spicy. For the most part, this is how crypto works. For the most part, that's how crypto works. So this thing you call buggy is just not a bug. It's just not, right? That's not that. And yeah, the track record says Richard Hart sent emails. So bad man sent emails. Come on. Oh my god. I look. This is. I think for the most part, I mean, marketing is not a bad thing. Marketing is not a bad thing. So because those emails are marketing, right? And a lot of people have to try and find innovative ways to get their message across if they have a product or service that they're providing, right? So if so, I don't see anything wrong with that. And there was a time when email marketing was the thing, right? When email marketing was really the thing where you wanted to be. So that's that. Anyway, guys, this is actually pretty long video. Anyway, I just looked at this. I thought I should just go through it and make a video about it and share my thoughts on it as well. But hey, look, I have nothing against all these coin marketing, but I do think that the bias here is extremely strong. It's a very, very negative bias. And to top it up, right, the writer of this article shared the article, and then he started making some bad comments. Really, about women in general, saying that women in crypto are not good, something like that. But you think that what does that have to do with crypto, man? What kind of an opinion is that? What kind of an opinion is that? I don't know. I think that in this space, we're all in it for similar reasons. So there's absolutely no reason to attack each other when we all want the same things. And we are giving you decentralization on a silver platter, and you cannot see it. Anyway, guys, not financial advice. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, let me know if you like the longer videos. But yeah, this is probably my longest so far. Anyway, thank you for watching. Not financial advice. All that other good stuff.